Hi friends! So, I am back home for the summer and I recently saw some of my old high school friends that I hadn't seen in years and years. And then I got home and I was reminiscing on so many moments that I had in high school. And guys, I know that in a lot of my videos I bring up high school a lot. That's because I think high school is a really significant time in a lot of people's lives. Anyways, I had like so many friends, like a lot of my classmates so close with, and I made this friend one time. And I'm only saying this story because it relates to the topic of this video. So I had this one friend who I became close with. She was a really nice girl. Even now we still follow each other on Instagram and I see her sweet. I have her Snapchat, she has mine. I remember one time she came to see me. As soon as she got past just the gate, she kind of made this look of like,
the ghetto.
Like, why do you live here? And you know, I was young, like I just wondered, like, why would you like, why would you make that face? That's so rude, you know? It was until I went to her house and I was like, wow. She actually stayed really close to the school that we went to, you know, so obviously like the best school in the country is obviously in a really good neighborhood. I'm like, wow, you have a really nice house. But I didn't say anything to her. That's just what I thought in my mind. And that's when I realized that we actually might have very different lives, you and I, despite the fact that we go to the same school and like we're always in the same basically circle of like people. And that's when I realized that, you know, when she came to my house and she made that disgusted look, she didn't do it on purpose. She did not do it on purpose because we live different lives. So she didn't understand, like, how can someone who goes to that school, the school that I go to, be living so much lower than I am? You know, like, why do you live there? She didn't understand. Because even after that we stayed friends, and I'm never gonna forget that look, because that's when I started to realize, like, the older we get, the main thing that separates people is money. In the real world, what makes you the it person is your bank account, your money, the things that you have. And it's like, wow, that's when it hit me. I was like, wow, okay. A few years later, I was actually in her shoes, but it was the other way around for me. I was the one being kind of like to someone else. And I know this might make me look like a really bad person. I was at the club at the time. I was like still going out a lot, and I see this really pretty girl and I was like, wow, you're so pretty. I go to speak to her and we seem to have a few things in common, and she had like this really nice vibe and like energy, and I was like, wow, I really want to be friends with you. Until I went to her house, and I'm using the word house very loosely. She stays in an okay neighborhood, just I'd put it in like a upper lower class area. There's no gate, it's just a door, and it's one room like this, and then there's a door on the side. That was the bathroom, but toilet, shower, and the sink very squeezed together. So that was it. That's the end of the house. Toilet and that room that we entered in, that main room was the kitchen. The gas was in the corner. She had her utensils and like her pans just like on the floor.
Hey. What is this, honey?
And she had her bed on the other corner. There was no bed, it was just a mattress. And she had no furniture. It was just, you know, those plastic chairs that people use at events. It's one plastic chair, no tiles. It was concrete floor. And I remember walking in and making the face my old friend made. And then, you know, at some point when I was there, I remembered like something she told me when we were at the club. When we first met, we were by the bar and we had like drinks and stuff. And she was like, hey, I know a guy who can give you 40K to go with him. And I was like, what? Huh? And she laughed and we had drinks. So, you know, I was like, ha ha ha, what a joke. Like, it was not a joke. And I can imagine her telling me something like that as her supposed friend, hoping that I can understand, only for me to be shocked out of my mind, because I just can't understand laying down for 40K. I can't understand that. 40K is 30 something dollars. Laying down for 30 something dollars. I felt so bad. It hurt me. And you know, no matter how hard I try to understand, I just can't relate to that. I know it might make me seem like a really bad person. It went beyond that. She eventually realized that we were not on the same level, and she had like this resentment. Sometimes we'd be talking on the phone and I'd feel her being really sad on the phone and just have like this awkward silence. I made her feel bad about her own life. no matter what I said, anything I said, it would almost come across as like me bragging when it would be something that is normal to me. And it's understandable because, you know, being around people who have more than you will cause you to examine yourself. And that's human nature. You're bound to self-reflect and ask yourself, what about me? You know, where am I at? The thing that I like about myself is like, I'm honest. If ever I'm not in a good financial situation, I just tell my friends like, hey, I want to see you, but I'm kind of broke right now, so if you want to meet up, maybe I could just come to your place and we can chill. I hate being a burden. I hate being a leech. I don't know if you know the series Friends. There's this scene where 6 friends go out. 3 of them make a lot of money. The other 3 don't. The rich friends order drinks and appetizers and all these things, and the 3 friends kind of look at each other like, we're just gonna get what we can afford. Someone gets a side salad and a water and, you know, just things like that you just pay for maybe like $10 or something. The bill comes. The rich guys are like, guys, let's split the bill. That's when friendships start to fall apart, and you find that people just hang out with people in their class. I just like sometimes also people with money are not very considerate of people's pockets or people's affordability. Like, I've had friends who have told me, hey guys, I can't afford this. I'd be like, girl, don't be so ghetto. Of course you can, let's just go. Just small comments like that is insensitive and that could make people really feel insecure. Anyway, since I am on the subject of money, I just also really want to say that, guys, I have noticed, I know this video is not your typical Christian video, but I just like to touch on everything, and it doesn't necessarily have to be like me preaching. I have seen that a lot of God's people are very, very poor. Why are they poor? I don't understand it. I guess some of them choose to be poor and stay poor. People that are in the ministry, like pastors and prophets and people that sing in the choir, I don't know, deacons and you know, all that. A lot of them are so poor. And it's like, why? These are people of God. These are children of God. Why are they poor? You know, the Bible says that suffering happens to create perseverance and, you know, to build character and all of that. And I agree. But also it's like, how long can it go on? Maybe I shouldn't even be questioning God. Like, God forgive me. Glory be to God. Like, He's perfect. But you wonder why sometimes. You know, it also kills the work of God. It kills it, because imagine you hear of this prophet and you want him to come pray for you, and then he prays for you and he's like, God has told me a lot of things about you, but for me to tell them to you, you have to pay me $200. I was talking about it with a friend of mine the other day, and it also happened to her. And it's like, even if you are a real prophet, what now is the difference between you and a tarot reader or a psychic that I could go visit for $50? Like, why are you? It's kind of like scamming. Like, urimo kwenye skoka. Niba, you can tell me what God is saying about, why do I have to pay you $200? What? That's crazy. It really kills the work of God, guys. And a lot of pastors and prophets, a lot of them do be legit. So it's like, why? Why does that happen? What is it for? Imagine you're a pastor and someone calls you to go pray for them. You don't even have 2K. You don't have transport. How does that work? It's bad. Yeah, that's basically what I wanted to say, guys. I don't know. I mean, God has his reasons for everything, but you can only wonder sometimes, you know, especially when life is hard. It's very easy to just ask yourself, where is God in all of this, you know? So that's all I had to say for this video. Thank you for watching. If you did, I love you so much. And please subscribe, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.